Hello, loved ones. I'd like to share another experience with you. This one was in Ontario, and I was driving a 1988 Nissan Micra. I had borrowed it because I had an 89 Nissan Micra, and I can't remember what was. And at the time I borrowed the other Micra, it was, I'm thinking it was around 95 maybe, something like that. I only had Nicole and Zach. Alicia wasn't born yet. It was only Nikki and Zach. So it was around 95, 96. But anyways, I was in Ontario, living in Ontario still at the time. And I had to go to Whitby. I had to go to Whitby for something. And on my way home, I had Nikki and Zach in the back seat. And me, and on the way home I was driving along Highway 12, and a part of that highway has quite the bend in it, and I was driving along and there was a dump truck in front of me. Wasn't one of those really long dump trucks, it was just the regular size, like, city dump truck. The big yellow orange one, and it had sand in it. It wasn't gravel, it was a load of sand, very, very fine. But anyways, he was probably maybe about a kilometer ahead of me, and he went around the bend, and I was doing 80, about 85 kilometers an hour. That's the speed limit there. And next thing you know, I'm coming up to the bend, and just as I start going around the bend, his whole load, his entire load, was dumped all over the road. So I don't know how, probably about, I don't know, the length of a football field, I'm guessing, maybe shorter. But anyways, I go around the bend, and all of a sudden I hit sand, and all of a sudden the car turned sideways. Like, I wasn't facing straight anymore, I was facing to the left, and I was going sideways, and it was sliding very, very fast, and it was getting faster, because you know when you're sliding and you have absolutely no control, it was just going faster. It was like sliding on ice, sheer ice, and was getting closer and closer to that dump truck. Like I said, it was probably about the length of a football field, maybe shorter, like I said. But anyways, I am going extremely fast. I have absolutely no control. I'm sideways, I'm facing to the left fully, and right at the dump truck was stopped on the road with its thing up, because, like I said, like, the whole load dumped all over the road in that straight line. But anyways, it was when I went around the bend, and it was just as the bend finished its curve and then it went straight again. That's when, boom, the entire load dumped as he was driving. And I was going extremely fast, sideways, no control, and right at the very back of the dump truck, the car came to a dead stop. Like, there was sand right, like it was it was right there, the sand. And then the dump truck, like 2 or 3 feet away, like the whole thing was sand. And right as I came to the very back of the dump truck, the thing was still lifted up. The car came to a dead stop. And this was an 88 Nissan Micra, a tiny little thing. And the workers of the dump truck, they instantly like came right to us. And I had my 2 children in the back seat, and they were completely shocked that the car had just came. They looked at me, they're like, asking, are you okay? Are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm. They says, you should actually be dead right now. That car should not have come to a dead stop. That car would have rammed right into the back of that dump truck. Because it would, like I said, the sand stopped. And like only within like a few feet, and there was the dump truck. Like right there, 2 or 3 feet. They said, you guys should be dead right now, because that car should have smashed into the back of that dump truck. But I came to a complete halt, and I looked at the guy, and on the dash of the car, the whole time I was driving, the whole time I had borrowed that car, because I had borrowed it from the priest. And on the dash of that car was a Bible, and it stayed on that car the whole time I was out driving that day. And those guys told me I should be dead. We all should have been dead, crushed. And I looked on the dash, I picked up the Bible, and I showed those guys. I says, this was on the dash. God helped us. We were protected that day. The Bible was sitting on the dash the whole day. When Father Frank, that it was his car, wherever he drove, that Bible was on that dash. And when I borrowed that car that day, that Bible was on that dash. And Satan tried to kill us that day with that Bible. That God was with us. He was there. Our angels. Look back on any part of your life. There are no coincidences. There's no such thing as coincidence. Like I was thinking years ago, I was thinking of the word coincidence, and what I came up with was, coincidence is just a word to dismiss the possibility of fate. There are no such thing as a coincidence. It is God, it is His aim. Things happen for a reason, and things don't happen for a reason. You have been protected from things, from bad things, from death, everything, your entire life. Think about what you've been protected from. Think about times that you should have died and you didn't. Those times was God saving you. You have a purpose. You have a reason. Some people go before others. Little people, children. Some people go before others, but everything is Everything works together. Everything works together. And what you need to do is figure out who you are, why you are, and how you need to be. I love you guys. So does God. So does God. He loves you. He protects you. Think about it. Have a blessed day. I love you.